Hi everyone and welcome to episode 2 of the Alliance Priest Discipline line. My name is Heather, aka Ruby Wings, and I'm off to meet the mysterious priest in Tirisfal Glades. To get there, I can just hop into the middle of Dalaran and down into the Chamber of the Guardian. I will be doing more information on Dalaran in a separate episode later on, so for now I'm just going to head straight down to where it says the portal is. At the moment, there is several different portals in here. We've got Caverns of Time, Shatrath, Wemrest Temple, Dalaran with a warning sign, so I'll check that out in a second, and Karazhan. So let's see what this says. So the little goblin says, "Hold on, there's a deadly drop, don't come prepared."
Well,
And
spit it out!
she sells you a glider for 10 gold.
Glad
Being
I
a
can
priest,
help.
I'm just going to stick to levitate, so hopefully I won't miss. See if I can actually time this without killing myself. Yep. You'd think after about 10 years or so I'd be used to this, but no, I still kill myself on a regular basis. Nice little extra ad in there by Blizzard. Crusader Johnny the Defiled is dead. I'm guessing his bubble failed. So anyway, let's head over to Tirisfal. At the moment, as you can see, there's also the scenarios going on for the Legion pre-quests. As I'm seeing a lot in the beta, I'm actually not looked at them yet, because I'd rather have some things left that aren't completely spoiled before the live version. If I look on my map for you, here you go, you can see all the different invasions taking place in Eastern Kingdoms and in Kalimdor as well. So I'm heading over to Tirisfal now. For those who don't know, Tirisfal is basically named after one of the titans that fell during a battle. Tiahu was the Titan of Justice. It's also where the Order of the Silver Hand get the name from, because he had a silver hand, and when he fell his silver hand remained. It's disappeared now, but the legend and the name is carried on. So I have absolutely no idea who we're about to meet. I've racked my brains trying to work out who it could be. The biggest priest, Benedictus, went to the dark side, so in Cataclysm, so he's out. So the only other priests I could really think of were Velen and Anduin. As we've seen, Anduin's got his hands full, and Velen, just now it was a human priest that came to me, so I'm not really sure it's going to be Drano related, but let's head in and see. Lots of hooded priests around. And Kala, I recognise that name.
How can I assist you?
Let's see what she has to say.
Let's talk again soon.
Forgive the secrecy. Old habits die hard. I am Alonsus Fowl. At times I have been a leader of a church, a mindless minion of the Scourge, and a commander in a secret war. But I have always been a priest first. The Legion poses a threat that cannot be ignored, so I have decided to step out from the shadows. I believe we must unite priesthoods of all denominations against our common enemy. To lead this effort, we require a priest who is a proven champion to all people. I believe that you are that hero, but others must be convinced. Will you accept this challenge?
Yes, I will. So let's see what...
I will hide in shadows no longer.
Okay, select an artifact. So here we've
Until
got
next time.
the 3 different artifacts. The 3 different specs, obviously. I have to say, I love the stories that come with them, and all of them intrigue me in different ways. However, discipline is my main spec, so lights Wrath it is.
How may I help you? Let us get to work.
Okay, so it was last held by the Kirin Tor because of its power. Oh, blue dragonflight, nice. So let's see. If you believe you can control its energies. Okay, interesting. So it isn't going to be just a walk up and take it. So of course, naturally we're off to see Kalik, who is in Dalaran. So
May light and shadow guide you.
it's this guy over here. Looks like a flight path, but there's not a flight path.
What do you require?
Ah, so yeah, you can either use your little nifty Dalaran Hearthstone, or you can just click on this guy.
Watch your back.
Nice, so it just takes you straight there, doesn't actually give you the fly. I was going to say it's going to be one hell of a long fly. And drops you off at Crestus Landing. So let's go and see what Alec has to say. I absolutely love the dragonflights. They're one of my favourite things in WoW lore, so the fact that I'm about to go and do something related to the dragons for my weapon, for my artifact, really interests me a lot. Right.
What brings you to me, mortal?
Interesting that Priest is going for a dangerous weapon, but it's dangerous as in it could be dangerous to us, not just to others. But I guess that fits for discipline. It'd be interesting to know what the Shadow and Holy Ones are like. So the blue dragonflight was dissolved, Nexus abandoned, Nexus vault. So where's he want us to go? Okay, so we're not... We've got to go to Wormrest Temple.
Something about you seems familiar.
And we get a little Kalik to take with us, but looks like we're using this crystal. So I'm going to go back to those nifty portals in the middle of Dalaran and pop through to Wormrest Temple. It seems interesting that we've got all these key portals to key places. It's going to make travelling a lot easier. So, right, where are we? Wormrest Temple right in the middle. Okay, so here we are at Wormrest. Let's see where we need to actually go. Right, so despite Kalik actually talking about the Nexus, we are only just heading over to the Azure Dragonstone, so make sure you head to the right place. For those eagle-eyed observers, you might notice I'm actually on a slightly different character. Unfortunately, due to a technical hitch, I've had to re-record this and bring out Kay's evil twin, so say hey to Kaylee. It's exactly the same apart from the name. So let's see what we've got to do over the Dragon Shrine. Okay, is Kalik gonna pop out or... Right. Nope, not got anything to say yet. Let's start clicking things.
This weapon has been infused with dark energies from the twisting nether. Whoever wielded it must be seeking to harness void energy. But for what purpose?
Okay. I'm getting a bit of a TBC vibe from this lot.
This device appears to draw upon the void energy released when Malagos forced Azeroth's ley lines into the twisting nether. The design looks very familiar.
And of course he's not going to give us any more than that, is he? Right, one more clue. I'm guessing it's going to be this portal.
This portal is very similar to ones used by the Ethereals in Outland. Could they be the threat? What did Malagos promise them?
Okay, this is weird. I've actually been reading the manga recently, so I've done the whole Netherdrake thing with Tyragosa and that in some of the Neverstone quests. So the blue dragons were in Outland a little bit, but there was not anything about Malagus in it, so that's really curious. I'm a bit not sure why the Ethereals are suddenly popping up right now, so let's have a look.
Yet more evidence of ethereal technology. This may be an unfortunate turn. There's only one way to find out who's really behind this.
So I guess we're going to see what happens. Nothing could go wrong, could it?
Who dares to... What have we here? Another intruder, come to claim the treasures of the Nexus Vault. You are too late. Even now, the powers within the vault serve to widen the breach into the twisting nether. With this power, the Ethereum will become unstoppable. We will become void!
Okay, interesting. I've also been reading the World of Warcraft Chronicle, which basically tells you everything that happens from the cosmos onwards, literally everything. And the Void are basically the big bad that Sargeras created the Burning Legion to fight. He was basically so disillusioned with the Void and how powerful it is, and that none of the other Titans recognized that that was out there, that he decided to create this force to beat them. So interesting that the Void is popping up at the same time we've got the Burning Legion and the Illidari. Because if you haven't already, I would really suggest reading the Illidan novel, because that gives you a really big insight into Illidan, his plans, the Illidari, and some interesting bits about the Void. Anyway, right, now we are actually off to the Nexus. So I'm just going to be lazy and hop on the Griffin and see what I can find out about Alonso's Fowl while I'm having a fly. So I'll get back to you about that in a minute. Okay, so here we are in Caldara. I'm just going to make my way over to the Nexus now. Been looking up Alonso's Fowl and found out that he's actually not been in the World of Warcraft universe yet, or in the games themselves. He existed as a character, but he was thought to have perished during the Scourge War. So it's interesting to see that there's other characters being brought back that might have disappeared in history or lore or what have you. So there's going to be a few new and old faces popping up as we do these order halls. So anyway, as for now, let's get going.
Whatever the Ethereals are up to is generating an incredible amount of void energy. They must be using Malagos' surge needles. Fly over to one and let's take a closer look.
Okay, so let's have a look at the surge needle over here.
The Ethereum have altered the surge needles. They are tapping into void energy caused by the rift. Their power must also be feeding the shield around the Nexus. Let us take a look at the Foundation. The vault must be weakened. The energy from your weapon is breaking its way free. This may work to our advantage.
Yeah, I'm going to think Calix spent a little bit too much time with Khadgar when he comes up with plans like that. Let's see what he's got in store. Okay, so big shiny ball of energy. Okay, I've got to kill these first. I wonder if these give me power as well. Yeah, they do, so that's nice. So at least it's not something you need to avoid the mobs on in this quest. They actually help you. But they seem to be made up of holy energy, so that makes sense. Okay, let's see how much this gives me. about the same. So it doesn't really matter if you go for the balls or if you go for the mobs. Mobs are all around and the balls are listed on your map. Okay, so maybe one or two more and then it'll be done. Okay, now I've got to go and destroy those surge needles that I saw earlier. So let's go find them. Got 3, 1 in each area. So it looks like you're gonna need to wait for some to come back up from time to time. I'm wondering if this is something that both of us priests sitting here can click, or whether it's going to be one at a time. And I'm also hoping it's not going to take too long, because that doesn't bode well for the live version. Beginning to get a bit busy around here now, so really hope we can all click this at the same time, otherwise it's going to be a long waiting game. Here we go. So, okay, yep, you can click it at the same time. So the wait's a bit of a pain, but at least you can click it and without having to wait for everybody to get a turn in. One more to go. I wonder if this is going to be the same, or it's going to be as quick as the first one. Now this one's here, so I don't know what it is with that one, because this one's got a mob as well, but it's still waiting to be clicked. So I don't know if it was just really bad timing or that one's a little bit buggy.
The shadow is lifted. What little mind is this I sense that has freed my consciousness from the ethereal's trap?
So as Yorgos, for those who played Vanilla, will remember we had to get him in Ashara for the scepter to do with getting into AQ. Interesting to see him back again.
The Nexus Vault lies deep beneath the main spire. You will find its entrance in the lowest chamber of the spire's base. The volatile energies within the Nexus seem to be interfering with the image crystal. I fear you may be on your own from here. Good luck.
Right, so time to go and find the dragon.
So, the lock on the Nexus has been broken, and by a common adventurer, no less. Will wonders never cease? If you've come to engage me in battle in hopes of obtaining some spurious trinket, I'm afraid you're too late. The Ethereum have taken the bite out of this old dragon, and I fear they have robbed me of anything you would deem useful. If it's looting you desire, as your kind so often does, then I suggest taking the fight to them.
Okay, so he's grouchy. Nice to know that we've got to save him and we're just a mere adventurer. Right, so who have we got in here? We've got 3 different ethereals. Ice, fire, and magic over there. Okay, so 2 of them are shielded away at the moment, so we've only got 1 to start with. So I'm guessing, since they're of an element, that they're going to have those abilities. So I recommend having your shield up as much as you can, because I get a feeling those fireballs are going to hurt a lot. The good thing is, where this fight actually is you can just do this and run out and hide as well, because they're all casters, I think. So we'll do that, gives you a couple of seconds. This guy hurts. Let's knock you back a bit. Really wish I had a silence or something, it'd be really handy. Just making sure that guy's not going to bump into me while I'm doing this. Okay. Right, there we go, 1 down. Okay, the other hasn't come for me. I think that might be because I'm outside the room, so another reason for going outside the room, it gives you more room to play with, gives you line of sight. But it also means that you've got that couple minutes break if you need it, like I did to top myself up before the next one comes. Ice, so let's see what this guy does.
Are you here after them? In that case, I could use a hand.
Okay, so we've got to heal him up as well as beating these guys, and I'm wondering whether you can actually do 2 at the same time. But being disc, I'm healing him as I'm doing damage when atonement's up, so... Ooh, they're a bit nasty, those things. Let's stay out of the way. Again, I'm going to head back out and get myself some room. Feather for a bit of extra speed there, just to get it out. Come on, follow me out. There it goes. Right. Again, being careful of the 2 patrols on each side. Unfortunately, I don't know if my heals are going to reach Jorgos out here, but at the moment surviving is a little bit more important. He's not going anywhere. There's no timer, it seems, on healing him. It's just what we need to do, so free him and then heal him, or other way around. Oof. Yeah, those spike things are really, really nasty. Okay, watch out, 'cause we've got a guy coming up on my left. In this situation, Plea is really good. It's a really small, very fast heal, but it's actually just helping me stay alive right now. So don't be put off by how small it is, because you can save your bacon like it is right now. Okay, 2 down. Top up time again. Okay, magic. This guy could do a range of different things, so best to be prepared for anything. Okay. So yeah, Strogo's got a bit of healing from me, but not very much so far. Should get some more during this. See, Radiance is very handy for this sort of thing. It's one of the new heals, and as I heal me, it puts a heal off to everybody else, including my little Spirit Fiend over, or Mana Fiend over there, Shadow Fiend, whatever it's called. So again, this is another avoidance. Keep your bubbles up, keep yourself healed up, and watch out for the stuff they throw at you. There we go. Time to heal the dragon. See, he got quite a bit of healing actually just from that. So handy to take the others outside, but maybe keep yourself inside near the dragon for that last one, just so you're healing him up at the same time.
You are a capable healer, priest. I feel my strength returning. I assume you come seeking the Nexus Vault. Why else would anyone return to this place? Unfortunately, access to the vault is proving difficult. If you help me access the librarium, I will find a way through. We must not let the Ethereum obtain the artifacts it holds. But first, I think I'll slip into a more comfortable form. These halls were never quite spacious enough for my tastes.
Okay, so let's see what his humanoid form's like. Okay, like most of the blue dragonfly, I presume he likes like a half-elf, high-elven sort of look. Seems to be the general thing with the blue dragons. You can see his horns as well on top there. Right, I'm going to bubble myself up and I'm going to bubble him up. One of the neat things in this expansion is anybody you've got in a party, anybody you're questing with goes automatically in a party with you, even if they're an NPC like Azorgo's here. So here he is, I can heal him, I can see his health, mana, etc. Really handy, especially for healers.
The Nexus Vault is weakening. That holy fire can only mean Light's wrath is no longer fully contained. It is a most potent and chaotic weapon. It will lash out at us as we try to approach. Be prepared.
Lovely, sounds like my kind of weapon, and be careful when you're crossing these, because yeah, that happens. Azorgos went for a little fly there. Thankfully, Bubble helped. Oh, there was a mob's just suddenly appeared. So yeah, be careful racing down here like I just did, otherwise they'll pop out before you even notice them. So yeah, like most blue dragons, he's using arcane. So he's pretty much a mage, which means he takes damage and aggro all like a mage. So all that time you spent healing mages in your raids, use it now. I like the idea that there's these little holy little elementals around, and I like the idea of the weapon fighting back, trying to get out of the prison out of the vault that it's been in for however many centuries.
The fire seems
years.
to have superheated the ground here. I hope you have a way to get us over it.
Well, if you didn't know it, if you didn't already think of levitate, hey presto, look, somebody's levitating. So guessing we're using that then. Wait for the fumes to go past, and off we go. Remember to keep your levitate up because it will get knocked off every time you have damage. He seems to have a permanent one, so you don't really need to pay attention to his levitate at least. So that frees you up some time. But you do need to watch his health, but yeah. He can take quite a bit. And Radiance is quite handy here because it tops you both up. Right, here's him topped up. I'm just going to go through this little bit here. These don't seem to really drop much. I don't know if that will change in the live version, but so far I'm kind of just ignoring looting them because they're not really dropping much apart from grey stuff. So, and on the beta it's a bit buggy for looting anyway. So I'd say for the live version, have a look, see if they drop anything interesting. You never know, they might drop random grey stuff that's worth a lot. They might not. But yeah, the 2 gold for mate one of them, but that's not really a lot at this point. Right, levitate back on. Oh, I better heal him up again. I'm not sure what happens, whether he can actually die or not, but since he's taking damage, I'm assuming you're supposed to heal him. I'm assuming if he dies, then that's you failed and you'll have to start again. You're welcome to test that theory if you want. Personally, I'm just going to get this done. But yeah, you can be a bit lax on healing. He doesn't die that quickly. Not at these anyway. Something bigger might hurt a bit more, but for these, just keep him topped up. About 70-80% and he's fine. Right, levitate again. Oops, that was on him. Right, so I can see up there we've got a couple more patches of fire coming up, and also we've got some ethereals, but they're actually battling the little elemental holy things as well, so it's one of those situations where you can probably let them go down. Be careful with Azure Ghost when you move over these bits, because I don't know if you just saw, yeah, he's standing on the edge there, so he's kind of going flying while I'm trying to kill this thing. And I've got the aggro the other one as well now, so let's try not to get myself killed. Yeah, so don't get cocky like I just did, because stuff can happen. Right. Let's get us both healed up again before I take on that guy. Interested to see the names of the ethereals of Void Touch, again going back to the whole Void thing. So it's going to be quite interesting to see, like, is the Void going to pop up as well? Or are we going to be fighting the Void and the Legion at the same time? You know, I'm not even sure that's quite possible. The Burning Legion itself is difficult enough, and then trying to beat both at the same time, who knows. They might actually work in our favour and take each other out. The Void are just as dangerous as, if not more so, than the Burning Legion, which means they're probably quite as devious. So there could be some people getting seduced by them, thinking they're doing the right thing, but not really. So yeah, there's loads of possibilities. So right, we're coming up to where one of the Nexus bosses used to be, so I'm wondering if there's going to be a boss type thing there. So far I've used Levitate and other spells that I'm not usually using, so I've made sure I've got everything on my bar, including even just Mind Vision and Shackle down there, just in case. And Mind Control as well. Not used that in a long time. Right, I don't.
We're here!
Damn.
Now let me see if I can find a way into the vault.
It's okay, keep talking for a minute.
As I suspected, The entrance to the vault was broken off when Malagos breached the Twisting Nether during the Nexus Wars. I feel the powers it holds resonating through the Nexus. There must be another way to reach the vault. Aha! That's... Wait a moment. The energy from the vault is surging. Brace yourself!
I'm just gonna keep putting bubbles up.
This creature is using its own life essence to harm us. He dies a little more with every attack.
Don't forget to heal the dragon.
Clever. He's absorbing the flame back into his body to become whole again. Priest, perhaps you can use your magic to influence his mind. Trick him into snuffing out his own flame.
Okay. So, mind control, and boom. Nijogos isn't taking damage while I do that, which is good. And he's done.
That was too close. If the weapon goes unchecked much longer, it will bring this whole place down around us. Quickly, we must head to the rift. It's the only way.
Well, that was an interesting type of fight. I thought it was just going to be a bubble and heal as much as possible, but it wasn't, so I'm liking the way that they're using all the different spells, or making you use them. It makes it feel a lot more like a class quest rather than just a random, quest that everybody's doing. This is something that, okay, other classes might be able to do it, but generally speaking, it's a priest, and in this case it's a dispriest. So it'd be interesting to see what the holy and shadow ones are like. Maybe if I've got time I'll have a look at them, but for now there's just so much to do that I know from having done some of the demon hunter stuff that I'm not going to have time to try and do them all and show you all of them, so I'm sorry. I picked this is my main spec, my favourite spec, so but I'm sure there's other people that are doing the same thing and we'll be able to show you. So again, topping him off to up about 80%, and then putting bubble on him, or trying to put bubble on him. My macros are a bit dodgy in this spec, not the spec, sorry, in this UI. I'm not used to using Blizzard's own UI. Okay, I'm pretty sure something used to be here.
Wait, didn't there used to be a bridge here?
Ah.
Fools! Fools! You may have destroyed the Surge Needles, but you are too late to stop us! The power of Light's wrath will rip open the breach!
Oh, great. More ethereals. It looks like they're channeling the energy from the vault into the breach. This is not good. Come! Time to show these ethereals that I still have a bit of fight left in me.
He might be a grumpy dragon, but I love his sarcasm. He's just saying exactly what I was thinking.
I will bring whatever power I have to bear against the Nexus Prince. But in my weakened state, it falls upon you to finish this threat.
Naturally.
I hope you are prepared.
I wonder how many times in this expansion we're going to hear those words.
You are too late, interlopers! Nothing can stop me now! The Ethereum will rise again!
Okay, so make sure you've got your back against something, because he wants to try and knock us off the platform. And as we're in the Nexus, there's lots of platforms. Right. Also, use your feather, it gets you back quicker, again, using all the things at your disposal. So, it's a lot of stuff on the floor. generally speaking, if you shield and stay still, you tend to be okay. I'm sure the purple stuff's supposed to hurt a lot more, but I've just found that shielding and standing here, as you can see, I'm not taking much damage. It's the knockoff that's more dangerous than anything else. So, whoop, there we go. Get another feather up. Let's keep going. He's almost down. Be glad when he is. Come on, go down, go down.
What? The void cannot be defeated! No!
That's what they always say.
So much for the all-powerful void! You know you're not a bad ally. Pity you're not a dragon. I can open a portal to the vault, but I'll have to remain on this side to keep it open.
Okay.
The way is clear. Hurry, little one. I can't keep this open for long.
Okay, so there's
You made
stuff.
it. But to leave this place with the weapon, you must first gain control of it. Good luck.
Oh, sounds like he has so much faith in us. Okay, so, right. I can't do any damage to it, so I'm guessing I just need to click it. Okay, again, I can't do any damage, so there's a channeling controlling going on, so it's just a case of healing yourself up, keeping yourself bubbled, and just stay alive. While it tries to knock you down. Basically proving that you are the one in control, you are the one who deserves to have this weapon. You're the one who can manage it. Come on. There we go. And it's all mine. Nice pretty graphic you get whenever you get an artifact. And you also get a spell on
Well
your bar.
done. The energies from the vault seem to be stabilizing. Now hurry back before the portal closes and you're locked inside.
As we were saying, you get a spell on your bar. For this one, it draws upon the power of Life's Wrath, dealing radiant damage to the target, increased by 10% per ally affected by atonement. So that's interesting.
I am impressed. Never have I seen a priest capable of controlling Light's wrath. The Ethereals have been routed, and you have the weapon you came for. Your business here is finished. Mine, on the other hand, has just begun. I thank you for freeing me. You have given me the greatest gift of all. That of time. I will use that time to secure the Nexus. It must never again fall into the wrong hands. This portal will take you back to Kalagos. Please give him my regards.
This isn't the first time that the Nexus has fallen. It fell also during, well, how Garash got hold of the Eye of Eternity to destroy Theramore. So yeah, it's kind of good that there's now a dragon actually overseeing it properly. If you've read the books, you'll know that the blue dragonfly has pretty much dispersed, which is why there's not that many dragons hanging around here anymore. So the fact that one of them's woken up and gone, okay, we need to actually keep an eye on this, is a good thing. Anyway, goodbye, Mr. Grumpy Dragon. I'm going to miss you. You definitely grew on me at the end there. And hopefully we'll see you again. Let's see what Khalek has to say. Interesting, I'm automatically mounted as soon as I go through the portal. That's useful. So, Khalek will be back round with the council again. I'm wondering if he's got more for me to do or what's going to happen next.
Something about you seems familiar.
Okay, so he's done with me. That's that part done. So now I've got to go and see Alonso's Fowl. I'm going to use that.
You seem troubled.
I'm going to leave that for another day. And I'm going to end the episode here. So in episode 3 we'll go see what Alonso's Fowl has to do. next for us, and also hopefully see where Alder Hall is. So thank you for watching, I hope you enjoyed, and please comment and subscribe. Thank you, goodbye.